Hey everybody, Scott Cole here from Trend Following University, and in this video I just want to briefly cover how to build a trend following program. Before we get to all the guts of this video, I need you to read a couple disclaimers. So please take a moment to pause the video and read this disclaimer, and then on the after you've paused the video, proceed and read this next disclaimer regarding hypothetical or simulated performance results. Please pause and read this disclaimer because we're going to show some results of some system testing in Trader Studio, the software Trader Studio, and those are just hypothetical results, so you need to understand the limitations. So with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the next step in this video. Okay, so I'm in the Trader Studio Pro software program that I use to backtest various trend following models. You can use it to test whatever kind of trading models that you want. It's a very cool program that's relatively inexpensive to some of the other software programs out there. It allows you to test entire portfolios all at once, so it's very cool. So I just wanted to kind of show you the evolution of how I've arrived at my current, I guess, trading program for myself, and just kind of show you that process a little bit. So first, I tested out a very basic channel breakout strategy, the Richard Donchian 20-day breakout methodology, where you buy a 20-day breakout and then you sell a 20-day breakout to the downside, and you're always either long or short. So either you cover a short position and buy to go long when it makes a 20-day high, and you do the opposite to go short. So these are the results of that basic model going back to about the year 2000, and we made about $246,000 on 4,200 trades. In all of these systems that I'm going to show you the results of, we used a figure of $25 per round turn for commissions and $75 per round turn for slippage. So here is where you can see the yearly breakdown of the results. We had some good years, we had a number of down years, and you can see the system really suffered the last 3 years, which is not surprising given the performance of many of the trend following commodity trading advisors out there. I highly recommend, when you're doing your own research, go to the website autumngold.com, AUTUMN gold.com. It's a great resource to just kind of get some general ideas of what actual professionals are doing to manage the money that they handle. So this is your basic 20-day breakout strategy, and over the last 13 years or so, it made 2% annual return, but our drawdown is 72%. So ultimately, this is not a really good system to trade. So the next thing that I wanted to do was test out the turtle systems, and I'm going to show you the results of turtle system number 1. You'll probably be quite surprised. Murray Ruggiero, the developer of this software, was able to come up with a way to simulate the last trade loss filter that the turtle system number 1 employed. So that was a pretty cool feature of the software, and so I incorporated that idea into trading the basic system, which is you're buying and selling 20-day breakouts, and to enter positions, you exit a position at a 10-day high or low against your position, and there's a stop loss provision as well. So this system, the rules are out in the public domain, so if you need to, go ahead and Google them. We also cover the turtle systems in detail in our online trading course. In any event, here are the results. So to summarize, we actually lose over $400,000 on this system on 4,000 trades. So that might come as a surprise to many people as far as the performance of this supposedly mythical trading system. But what I've known all along, from what I was taught many years ago, is that the system was never meant to be traded mechanically. So I wanted to show you these results. And if we look at the yearly breakdown, quite a number of losing years, and we had a couple decent winning years, but overall you can see the system doesn't perform well. And in actuality, it loses 4% annually with a max drawdown of 63%. And your Sharpe ratio, the higher the better, and for trend following systems you usually want to see them at least 0.5. And here we're down below 0, so not a good system to trade mechanically. So what I did next was I made a little tweak to the basic turtle system number 1, and here are the results. So we actually turned an unprofitable system into a profitable system. Again, the same parameters were used, and we're trading in the first few trade plans that I'm showing you in the Trader Studio program, and I cover how to basically go about and test a system using this software in my trading course. But I'm just kind of showing you the results of these systems rather than going through the step-by-step process in this video. Basically, I'm using the same parameters. These first few trade plans, however, are trading a big portfolio of 40 liquid markets. And then what I did was I tried to figure out, hey, what are the best markets to trade and what are markets that I should just kick out? And so you'll kind of see the results of that as we move along here. So in any event, I made a tweak without changing the portfolio or any of the other parameters. I made one tweak to the system, and here was the results. And you look at a yearly breakdown, we're profitable more years than not. The last 3 years are difficult. As I've said, the last 3 years have been very difficult for trend following systems. However, we achieved a compound annual growth rate of 13% in spite of the last 3 years. And our maximum drawdown was 47%. And our Sharpe ratio is 0.5. Now keep in mind, this is not a favorable comparison to the CTA programs are out there because they're taking out management fees and incentive fees. And here we are not doing that. So this Sharpe ratio would actually be quite a bit lower. So it's not a good comparison to those CTA programs that you'll see on autumngold.com. And I hope you take the time to go there. So next what I did was I made another tweak to the basic system, and my profitability increased a little bit more to $5 million. And our breakdown is there. Again, the last 3 years, pretty difficult. Overall, our compound annual growth rate with this system was a little under 15%. This is your average margin to equity ratio. It's at 19%. Our max drawdown, however, rose to about 56%, but you can see the Sharpe ratio is a little bit higher at 0.55. So the next thing that I did, I wanted to start having a look at adjusting the portfolio a bit. I didn't want to include every single market. If I could identify markets that perform better than others, I still wanted to trade a pretty big diversified portfolio. This big liquid portfolio trades about 40 markets. But this next one is going to trade somewhere about 28 to 30 markets altogether. And so by identifying some markets that don't perform very well, as you can see, I've renamed the session a small portfolio long system. And you can actually see the trade by trade orders here. So ZZ is actually hogs, LB is lumber, ZS is soybeans, Swiss franc is SN, the euro dollar is EC, So this program really is pretty cool. It gives you all these details regarding what your system's doing. Here's your running profit and loss. And again, we can see the yearly breakdown. And for this system, we have a compound annual growth rate of about 15%. My margin to equity ratio shrunk drastically. My average did down to about 12%. As you recall, the last model was up at about 19%. Now my max drawdown has shrunk down to 39%, and my Sharpe ratio is up to 0.68. So as you can see, every step of the way, I'm chipping away at making some improvements to this trading system and trading program. I'm trying to develop a trading program that I think will appeal to a variety of investors. So this is my process, and it gives me more confidence in my own trading once I'm able to develop a system that I'm satisfied with. So next I put in another filter into the very basic trading system that I'm using, which is still a variety of Turtle System number 1. It's basically Turtle System number 1 with a couple of different tweaks in here. And as you can see, now I've increased my profitability quite a bit. My percent profitable continues to go up. And I'm profitable in more years. You can see the losses over the last 3 years are greatly reduced. And my compound annual growth rate is now just under 17%. Average market to equity ratio is down to 11%. And my maximum drawdown is about 29%. Sharpe ratio is up to 0.73. So again, this was another step in the process that I've taken, and I highly encourage that anyone looking to trade in the futures markets go through this process before they even start to trade. And I outline this process in our online trading course. Now this is basically the culmination of everything that I've put together. So again, I'm trying to risk the same amount per trade across all these models. I've made a few extra tweaks to this one. And some other ideas have gone into building this program. It no longer just trades one model. It's multiple strategies are involved. As you can see, my profitability going back to the year 2000 is about $12.3 million. And you can see here, I make the system, the strategy makes money every single year. There are no down years, even in the last 3 years with difficult conditions. Our compound annual growth rate is up to 22% almost. You can see if you've been paying attention, the number of winning months has increased dramatically. And my percent maximum drawdown is down to 22%. And my Sharpe ratio now is up over 1.06. And the magic number for me for a trend following system really is about 1.0 as far as gross returns before I take out fees. I know that Sharpe ratio is going to go below that level, but I need to get it up over 1.0 for me to be really satisfied that this is a viable program. Keep in mind, again, these are hypothetical results. This does not involve any kind of trading at all, but I wanted to show you the process that I've gone through to build a trading program for myself. And I hope you learned quite a bit from this video. Please come to trendfollowinguniversity.com if you're not here on my site looking at this video to check out what you can learn in our online trading course that involves 8 different modules to help you build your own trading program. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll look forward to seeing you down the line.